Hello, StarMunchers. Max here, back playing Terra Nil. We are doing the final added level of the game, which I believe that this will be probably the last big update to this game, barring whatever patches and stuff, whatever fixes they need to make. So I guess this is kind of like the true ending, I guess, in a weird sort of way. The fracked floodplain. That is not easy to say, but we are gonna rock and roll right into this one and see what challenges the level will present to us. The last episode was pretty challenging because there was some weird fires that kept starting randomly, even though I took care of the problem, or at least I thought I did. So I'll be curious to see if there's any odd things going on here. Let's see. Fracked floodplain. This landscape has been marred by the fracking of an ancient oil well. You'll need to use drastic measures and everything you've learned so far to reclaim this post-industrial wasteland. I'm all about it. Using water hyacinths, you can begin to cleanse the basin of oily effluent. Be wary though, hyacinths are fast-growing and invasive and thus will not give any currency. Oh. That's fascinating. Okay, let's take a look here. We got our standard tools. Hyacinth Germinator. Okay. So I don't see the problem necessarily with growing those. They don't give currency. I'm not entirely sure what that means, or why I wouldn't just restore all of these. I reckon that's the first thing that we ought to do, is make sure all the oil is just sort of dealt with, right? I don't think we need it for anything, right? And then we just get right into doing what we always do, which is clean out the toxins and get stuff growing again. I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm very glad that the developers kept working on the game until it met their own expectations. Because, I mean, some people might make the argument that if the fans already like what you did, what's the point, basically? And so I think the fact that they just kept working on it until they were happy with it speaks volumes about them as a game developer. But also, ultimately, like, it's your game, and you should get the opportunity to make it everything that you want it to be. So I'm glad that they didn't give up on their vision for what they wanted the game to be, because I'm sure some people were probably saying there's no profit margin in it for you. What are you doing? There's no real point. And I disagree with that. Like I said, I think it's more important for the developer to be happy with what they've done than anything else. It's like a lot of different creative endeavors. It's ultimately comes down to the person who made it and their feelings about what they've done, so. We're what, 82? Looking good overall. Okay, clean groundwater is... That's a good start. That's very good. $93, we are getting there. 96. And we're decreasing that radiation. 98. 100. There we go. Create a network of biofuel refineries to turn the hyacinth problem into fuel. Mudflats can then give way to reed beds, which can in turn home bird sanctuaries. Network of biofuel refineries. Interesting. So how are we connecting these? I'm a little bit confused. What do we need? Turn surrounding hyacinths. Oh, I guess they're just not connected? Oh. Duh. Provides water. Okay, what am I connecting them to? That's what I'm trying to figure out. They need water? Is that it? Clear surrounding water hyacinths from all connected extractors, turning them into biofuel. Oh, I need to actually... Oh. Whoops. Didn't click it. Alright, well that's cool. We connect them up this way. I guess it doesn't really matter how many of these we put down. I don't think it should matter. So long as we just have them in place. Because we're going to want all of this turned into water or mudflat areas anyways, so I'm not super concerned with being strategic about it. All of it's got to go. There's like one tile, but that's okay. Oh, uh-oh. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh, it seeps back into it? bird sanctuary. There we go. That's a little bit better. Oh. They work in line with each other? That's interesting. There we go. I see. So it uses the whatever land is in between. This is getting very scary. There we go. Alright, we're good on that front. Alright, we are good to go. I haven't even been looking at this. Okay. Radiation needs to keep going down. That's easy. We gotta get the temperature and the humidity up. I think is just a general rule. Temperature, humidity up, radiation down. That's simple enough. If we just keep on leaching toxins out of the ground. Just like that. I mean, how else do you get the toxins to go down other than just more of that, I guess? Probably going overkill on this, but gotta try and decrease that radioactivity down as much as humanly possible. Okay, I need to pump the brakes here. Savannah feeder. What does it require? Needs some of these. Then I immediately turn them into these. Wait a second. Needs grass tiles? That's weird. That should be working. There we go. Oh, is it an elevation thing? Alright, we're close on the savannah stuff. It's so weird that that doesn't do anything up there. There we go. Alright, we're good on that. Oh, the sand helixes. I completely forgot about those. I could have been building up there, I guess. Well, that's okay. Alright. Let me check and see what I'm doing here. Rocky scrubland. Okay, we got some new animals moved in. That's good. Hold on just a second. If we use the little sand helix things up here and throw one of these down, only to immediately flip it into this. Wait, we need to grow all this out real quick first, I think. Then turn it into this. There we go. This floodplain will become home to some of the largest terrestrial animals on the planet. Meet their needs, use Irwin to recycle, and finally create a smaller rocket and deliver arid seed data into orbit. Oh, we're building another rocket. That's exciting. This is not what I was expecting. Okay. Well, let me think about this here. Can we excavate you right here? That decrease radiation? If we get rid of the bad soil, does that work? Technically? Are we below all the radiation amounts currently? I think we are. So now it's just a matter of heating things up and cloud seeding. Which I think we can manage that. I think. First of all, we'll need to calcify some stuff. Let's do some cloud seeding. If I put it in the right spot, I think that'll go a long way. Just gotta calcify in a reasonable area. Throw some power down. And then cloud seed an area like that. Okay, we're good there. Okay, we need a little bit more humidity, which I can easily provide that. Easy peasy, and then put a cloud seeder right there. Does that put us... I think that puts us beyond the threshold for pretty much all of these? Nope, wait, hold on, I misspoke. Now I think we're good. But now we gotta raise the temps. Let's do this over here. Use one of these. Because we need a combustor. That's good. That kicked the temperatures up a little bit. That'll kick them up again. So will that. Trying to spot areas where I can just throw these down immediately. Obviously we want to prioritize that. But like if we can put something maybe down here. Ooh. That did a ton of stuff. Okay, temperatures gotta go up. Temperatures up. Temperatures up. Alright, let's use more of the seismic things. I know that's gotten me into trouble in the past, I remember. But, if we can create more water, we can then use the calcifier. We can put more power down. Oh, that doesn't do much at all. We would need to put one, like, over here somewhere. Oh, hold on. That'll work. All right, we're so close to rain. We are so close to rain. Actually making headway, which is great. Maybe somewhere over here would be nice. Wait. Aha. Then throw a combustor down. I think the multi-layering of this level, or like the stacking of it, is making it seem it's harder to see what I'm doing because of how it's laid out. Let's go back to the seismic charge here. If I can do that. And then calcify something over here, surely. Maybe not. There's got to be an area I can calcify over here somewhere. Aha. Does it require power? The combustors? And I've been doing this wrong. Oh, yeah, it does. Why did I not remember that? It makes sense that they would. Rains begin. That's what we needed. Cicadas buzz. We would need to increase the temperature even more. Which I guess we could also do that with a controlled burn. Wait, do we even have that on this level? I don't think we do. Well, even if not, we'll do that. Throw some power down. And then use the combustor. Alright, that should be all of the temperature goals that we needed. So then, we need to build the animal observatory thing to see how everybody's doing. Then, we should probably start putting logs everywhere because they're extremely helpful. I feel like getting these critters happy is not going to be easy. For this one in specific, I just have that feeling. Okay, you need space. Reed beds. Okay, do they need both? Reed beds and mud flats? Well, I guess there'll be more room to figure out what we're doing if I start putting things in silos now instead of later, because I'll actually be able to see how much room I'm working with. The animals will probably also be a lot happier, if I had to guess. I think cleaning this stuff up initially will... I mean, it can't hurt just to start with the pickup process now. Like I said, if nothing else, it helps get an idea in terms of space. Try and clean up as much of this as I can. You need more space, huh? That's so strange. Is that 2 layers high or something weird? There's so much space over there, but... Wait, somebody else is finally happy. Snag a photo of that. That's always a good sign. I think I'm just gonna move you guys over here. There's way more room over there. Oh, but not a lot of water? You guys are, like, close to the wetland. It might not be good enough, though. Okay, you guys aren't super thrilled. Which, sorry. Not a whole lot I can do about that. I can put more of these logs down, though. Which I can only hope that that does something for you guys. Service structure ability. Let's see. You need more space. What? Doesn't make a lot of sense that all of you need more space. Like, all of you need more space. How is that possible? There's a lot of, like, areas that I wish I could let you guys travel to. But unfortunately, these aren't registering as places I can let you guys climb to. And that could just be the biome. That might just be the way things are. Which that's a bummer, because I want to help. Like, you need more food. That requires one of those. But you can put another one down. That has to make you guys happy. Okay, you're good on space, but you need food. Wetland. Alright. Let's, I guess, try and make more wetland up here? Nope. I thought wetland was only like areas down here. Here, let's try this. Here, hold on. I meant to rotate that. Do that first. Then do that. That created such little land for them. That's weird. And none of y'all are happy about your situations. I might not bother with that, because that seems legitimately complex on this one. And for the sake of keeping the video's time down, I have a rocket to build, so maybe I'll try that on my own time, because this one seems really challenging. It just doesn't seem like there's a lot of room to go around. Alright, where are we putting you? Okay, the monorail network, we're good there. Okay, the rocket. Wait, hold on. Boom. That's good. Got that going. Alright, so that's all good to go. Buildings that have been recycled. Seed vault capacity. Right, I forgot about the seed vault thing. I completely forget how that works. Okay, Poplar's happy. I guess we'll snag some photos there. One piddly little star. Oh, seed vault stuff, right. We gotta scan Okay. So we're good on that. So now it's just recycling now. Which I think we can manage that, unless we can't drive on the water stuff. That's going to be a problem. I do like Irwin. That's a fun addition. It's weird having like direct control over something though. Like that's weird. It's a weird feeling in this game. All right, don't mind me. Right, we probably will definitely have to connect some stuff up with nodes because of where they're placed. I guess that's our workaround for the water. Like right now, could we even get over there if we wanted to? I'm not even sure we could. So, since that seems to be a bit of a problem, we should probably start building these. We build a calcifier. I guess we could always use the old trick of detonating the ground, basically, in order to get over there. So that way we can calcify and add our little node there. Okay, that should get that one. What about over this way? That's not going to connect to anything. But these ones will. It just occurred to me that we're not even hooked up, I don't think. Oh, there we are. How far out can we get over here? Hopefully, does that bridge? Yes, it does bridge that. Ooh, just barely. I'm gonna use one of you. It's not my first choice, but I gotta do what I gotta do. It's a good thing that it doesn't undo your progress when you do have to terraform like that. Like, that would be a legitimate problem, I think. If when you had to destroy tiles later on, if it retroactively was like, now you don't have enough of this or that, then I think... I'm not sure if the game would even be possible if they did that. I mean, it'll affect the animals, like, obviously. But there's not a lot I can do about that at this stage. Was that even close enough to do what I wanted? There we go. Alright, I think everything's connected up. Okay. Right. So now I gotta remember. Did it work? I almost forgot that this is how this worked. Wait a minute. Where's the little... Wait a minute. Am I forgetting how this works? I think I am. This just means I can move it. That's right. I did legitimately just forget how this works. So if I click this, and then I click U, I can move you over here. Right. So that way Irwin can get you. Okay, let me just check the borders here. Yep, move it. Move you all the way over here. Move you. Move you. If I move you right here, I think Irwin can get you. Move you over here. Click on you. Let's move you over. I think Irwin could probably get you from there. And then move you over here. Yep. Move you. And move you. You can politely move. There we go. Okay. I think we should be good there. I think? How do I get rid of the monorails? Okay, that's big. We need to get over to there. Okay, so here's the thing. If I used... Okay. I'm gonna have to think about this. Or these, I guess, we can move these somewhere Irwin can collect them, I suppose. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, I forgot that's how that worked. So now can he go get them? Alright, hold on. We gotta move quick. First of all, we'll cycle you. Oh no, please don't get stuck. That's tricksy if that's what I'm supposed to do. That is something else. I guess I work my way. It did literally the thing I was afraid it was gonna do. I'm trapped. It's gonna keep bogging me. I guess this is how I have to do it, but you know, whatever it takes. I got to the other side, I guess. Oh, you. Doggone it. Oh, they were not kidding about how quickly that happens. Goodness. All right, get me the heck out of here. No! No! No, 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 no. You gotta get the other one. Get me out of here. All right, just don't get me stuck, please. All right, that's gone. Almost there. Does it only happen if I'm driving near this area? What in the world? Why does that happen? It's like totally fine, but then I get anywhere near it and it's like, nope. Time to make the way impassable for you now. Okay, you gotta get the other thing. Boom. Got it. Alright, get me the heck out of here. No, 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 no. So... why? Why are you like this? Why you gotta be mean to me like that? Alright. So if that's all good... Right? What are we missing? Alright, that's gotta do something. Right? There's only two creatures that aren't, you know, totally happy, and it's you guys for some reason. You guys need water. Okay, I'll give you water. What about you? You need space. Is it this stupid stuff that's causing this? Okay, try that. It's this invasive stuff that's the problem. At this point, I'm trying to just make as many alternate areas as possible to stem the spread of the stuff that's being annoying. I guess the main strategy at the moment is just to try to desperately I don't even know. Try to convert literally everything in the areas into something else. Hope for the best. Okay, what's your deal? Climate? Means it to be, what, warmer? The humidity. I think we can manage that. In fact, why don't we put a cloud seeder down here next to you. That should make you happy. Alright, you guys are happy now. So glad to hear it. Well, this is no joke. I'm just gonna start cleaning up buildings and hoping that that somehow makes the elephants more happy, which makes them a little bit more photogenic. Hold on. Alright, if I can make my way back down there. I think my problem was I didn't get rid of all the invasive stuff when I should have. I think that was part of my problem. There's still probably some left. But if I clean up all this stuff, I will theoretically make more space, which should, in theory, make the animals more happy, and might get me the win on this. The key thing is being able to get Irwin to move around the map after having got rid of all the annoying stuff that was in our way. Like this. All of this needs to go. You're gone. You're gone. Get out of here. Alright. Irwin, buddy old pal. Alright, we're full up on the recycling again. Alright, moment of truth. Look at all those happy animals. That's what we like to see. We don't need that one. Marigold's happy. Take a photo of that. Please be the one. Yes? No? Oh, we're so close. What about you? What about you guys? You guys are happy, but I already took a photo of you. Ideally happy giraffes. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna move you guys over here so that way I can do this. All right, this is all like one continuous thing, right? Okay, you guys are so close to being happy. You're so close. Finally. Okay. Take a picture of you, and then I'm getting the heck out of here. Majestic. There it is. Wow, that was like an hour 30-minute challenge. But we made it. Our second rocket. That was certainly a challenge, but I am glad that I did it. Wasteland reclaimed. Well, I think I'm going to call it there, until or unless I hear otherwise. I think, based on what I was seeing, this is the final, I guess, chapter of this game. World reclaimed. There we go. Because obviously, with the photographic stuff, I would have to go back and do all that. But yeah, phenomenal addition to the game. Added some really fun challenges. I like the camera. I think it makes the levels more challenging, but I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. It lets you spend more time with it and learn how to balance things properly. Overall, phenomenal game. I had a great time playing it, and I'm glad that they added this to the game. So I think that's going to do it. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next game. Bye.